So now that you're all comfortable and relaxed, or if you're anxious or excited, whatever you're feeling, I'd like to start by telling you a story. You're going to hear a lot of stories or parables over the coming weeks as you experience LAP. So go ahead and sit back, and I want you to imagine yourself in these situations. Particularly, I want you to notice the emotions that come up for you. So visualize yourself walking along an open field. There's a nice gentle breeze. And as you walk along, you're touching the tips of the blades of grass with your fingers. You're enjoying listening to the birds chirping from the nearby trees. And life is wonderful. One day as you're walking along, enjoying your stroll, you happen to stumble and fall into a hole. And it's dark, deep, and there appears to be no way out. You could be feeling a mixture of fear, confusion, or eagerness to get back to the surface. So what do? You do what all of us do. You look around for a tool to help you get out. And as you're feeling around in the darkness, you come across a shovel. So you pick it up and you start to dig. And you dig and you dig, and then you dig some more. You dig for hours, days, weeks, months, and even years. And when you're finally exhausted from all the work, you look around. You're now in the Taj Mahal of holes. There are caverns all over the place, and the hole is even deeper than when you started. You're frustrated, upset, tired, and likely even angry that all of your efforts to get out of the hole haven't worked. Then one day someone comes along from the surface and shouts down to you, "Hey, you're in a hole! I've got just the thing for you." And they toss you down another shovel. At first you're skeptical, but hey, they're on the surface and you're not, so they must know what they're talking about. So you take a shovel in each hand, and you start to dig. 2 shovels have to be better than 1, or so your mind says. As the beads of sweat drip from your forehead, you realize one-handed shoveling is even less effective than 2-handed shoveling. And in the end, it's only digging your hole deeper. So you stop. After a while, another person comes along and says, "Hey, you're in a hole! I've got just the thing for you." And they toss you down another shovel and it cracks you over the head. You're ready to lash out as the searing pain blinds your vision. But you remember, they were only trying to help. So you pick up the shovel and start to dig. And you dig and you dig and you dig. For years. The hole gets deeper, wider, and even darker. The more you work, the farther away from the surface you get. Then one day another person comes along. And you think, maybe this time it will be different. And they look down at you and say, "Hey, I've been in a hole just like the one you're in. I've got just the thing for you." And they toss you down another shovel. But this one's different. This is a golden shovel. It's shiny and new. This has to be the answer. So you excitedly pick up the shovel and you dig. And after a few hours, your excitement fades as you discover that gold is really heavy. And in the end, a golden shovel, even though it looks nice and pretty, is still a shovel. Shovels are great for digging holes, but not great for getting out of them. So I want you to open up your workbook and take a moment and respond to these 2 questions. What reactions did you notice having as you listened to the story? What kind of things was your mind telling you? Were there parts that resonated with you, parts that you disagreed with? Was your mind trying to find the solution to get out of the hole? And second, what emotions did you notice as you reflected on your experience? What has it felt like to be in the pornography hole for as many months or years or decades as you've been? So go ahead and take as much time as you need to respond to these questions before going on to the next video.